On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. And again, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Minshew. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Room past the 20. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Defense.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Drop deep, drop deep. Showing it.
Protein spill. Now.
Here's Minshew. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. So I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
And a Jaguar 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Thompson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. A shotgun give to Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 10-yard line. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Looking to throw it. Minshew. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 4th down, Minshew. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach,
McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. They can become
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. This is Fournette. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Break.
March by 4. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Minshew sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
You ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Fournette. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
From the 39, Minshew. And his throw is incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
59's Mike. Check, 59.
Hey, watch your leg.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, 80's yours.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check hot route. 80 weapons.
This is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Check. Mike 50. Time to go right now. Okay. That's it.
From the 41, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let him know.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Go. It comes to me, it's me. Let's go.
The first down carry for Davis. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Mike Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Bridgewater now. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
152 fighter. 5.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And we're back now in Charlotte. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Go.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 32.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Gain of 4 makes it 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 15 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Minshew is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
On the set. 59, Mike. Check. 59. I got one.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the pass.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Again, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Hey, Haywood. Yo, shoot.
Now Minshew. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars get a score closer. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll run with McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here's McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people want...
Ladies and gentlemen,